Hello, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are joining me at this hour. You are welcome to the 70th edition of Investdata Trading Life Academy with Ambrose. And today we look at what is happening globally. The trend remains the same, the up and down movement of the global market due to what reaction to one news or the other, and that has been sustained till this hour. But as we speak now, most of the market are also mixed. But today is the last trading day of the week. We know generally, Friday all over the world is a mixed market most times, unless there is a bigger information as to speak. Market is still what on that up and down movement. But if you come down home here, as you look at the market here, I will tell you, market is also trying to open in a great position, but still oscillating up and down at this hour. Between hour of 10 to this market has gone red and green, but still slightly in green as we speak now. But you know that I always said, no matter the kind of instrument you are trading, whether you are trading futures, you are trading a commodity, you are trading a cryptocurrency, anything you are doing, or or you are trading a FS, what you need that you must apply your stop loss at any given time, and also take away emotion from from your decision, so that at the end of the day you take right decision. But as we speak now, the market down here, that's what I want to look at. The market down here is trying to what? To resist decline, at the same time giving us a new clear direction that the market is trying to what? Form another new trend, which is a good one. After market have pulled back for say 3 days, and we now saw a good strong reversal 2 days ago, on Wednesday and Thursday. Today, Thursday, I speak now, market is slightly in green now at this moment. But before we go looking at the market proper, I want to look at another indicator which I know you are familiar with, but I want us to know how to use this indicators very well. But I tried to call up the indicator here on this platform, but it's not too clear. But I want to just explain it so that you understand how to use your ADS. ADS, I said before, if you remember, I've discussed about ADS in this platform before now. That ADS is a strength indicator that have what? Three lines. And these three lines are what give signals if you know how to use the three lines. But I think I used it for the last time I discussed about that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. I show you, but today I tried to call up the chart. It's not coming up on this platform. But ADS has a three line. This line are green line, red line, and either blue or black. Determining or depending on the software you are using. But ADS is a trend indicator. Tell you if it's moving up, there's momentum, there's strength in that trend, so that you know. If that trend is not strong, it will let you know. That is why ADS, when they say ADS must be above 20 to say the strength is strong, fine. So that when you see ADS above 20, it says that there's strength in that trend, either up or down. But when you see ADS also reading 60, 50, it tells you what the trend is like. That is why most traders always want to use data to know exactly if the ADS is also telling you exactly what is happening. But it just on this platform I didn't get. But when I check on another platform, ADS for our markets are around the 60, 68. Then that the market is still strong, and you saw that market also have demonstrated a kind of a recovery that, yes, for me the first day was the Airtel impact. But yesterday one at the end of the market, after we finished the class, I saw that this repositioning in different sectors, especially in the banking sector, that led the gainers yesterday in terms of industrial index or sectorial index. For me, it's a good one. It says that this market is coming out. That's why what I've been calling me. I said, you want to see how the market perform today. We will not conclude. But as of yesterday, markets are giving us a new word, a new uptrend has started. But we want to see how it will be sustained. Once it break out this another 53,200 and something, it now tells that the market is on that new trend. Like I was saying, that ADS has a three line. The one is green, red, and blue or black. The red one, which is the negative D1, is the bearish line. While the green one, which is the positive D1, is also the bullish line. While the blue line or the black line one you are using on your plot is called what? The ADS strength line. That strength line is very, very important for you to know how to use it very well. The D1 line that is on top, is in control. If the ADS line is heading up, strength is what is supporting the D1 line. That is what that is that the bull is what is on top and the bull is in control. Don't forget that I've said it yesterday, if you are in the class yesterday, that how to use your top to bottom line. and also using what candlestick or what we call price action. Price action is about candles because it represents the behavior and the psychology of what of people around. That means you as a trader or investor, you need to understand what is the psychology in the market, what is the sentiment in the market behind the stock, behind the market, so that when you understand what is behind it, it tells you exactly what to go to do at that particular time. That's why I said each candle on the chart represent price movement. Either you are using for an hour chart, a day chart, a weekly chart, a monthly chart. It represents this period. The time frame doesn't matter, but it depends what your objective, what you are doing, and what you want to achieve. Therefore, it takes a day or 1 week or a month for a trade to play out, depending on what on your objective and your time frame. When the positive D1 crosses over the negative D1, it gives you what a buy signal. And when D1 when the ADS is looking up, and when ADS is looking up at this same time, that is a very bullish situation. That means you can buy that time. But when the negative D1 crosses the positive D1 and the ADS is looking down, I tell you that that is also a sell signal. And that is why if you follow us in our sentiment report, you see after saying a buy sentiment of 100, you go and look what is your ADS saying, or it says money flow is looking down. Also, you need to understand, is the fund going in that direction? If you see a buy 100% and money flow is looking up, good, and it's reading above 50, even if it's reading around the 20, but it's looking up, and you're seeing buy signal is very strong. Buy momentum is very strong. 100, it tells you what is happening in the market. You must know how to combine all this when we are trading what equity. You don't just use one and leave the other one alone. You must know how to work to bring these two together. Once you're able to combine it, you can take informed decision with your what with your technical analysis. And technical analysis is key. Like I always tell you that you must stand on the two analysis, your fundamental and your technical, so that you can know what to do at the right time, and also you can stay ahead of the market. Yes, quick one. I want to look at the result that came from First Bank, the full year result and the Q1 result. Yes, I know most of you have seen this result, but we want to look at it together so that let's see how to take this number to take decision. Is this number impacting the price, or is it the payout going to impact the price, or is it the momentum investing that will move the price, or is it the shareholding structure that will move the price of this stock? With the numbers, and also let's say that you don't neglect what earnings. And when you see a company earnings is looking up, volume is looking up, and price is looking up, it tells you something. But now we have seen the earnings of First Bank after the delay. Now the numbers are looking good. I will tell you, these numbers are looking good. But if you come to see the payout, you might say it's disappointing. But one is very important, that you want to look at the number and also what supported this number. Is it one-off thing? Because you need to know exactly what really supported the number. Is it in this new financial year? We have seen the Q1 for another financial year. If they sustain the number we are seeing in the Q1 for the rest of 2022, it's going to move the price above 14, 15. Also, this one we want to discuss, looking at this number for now. Yes, if you look at the full year earnings report for FBN Holding, which is the top line, which is gross earnings for the banks, it moved from 590.66 billion to 757.30 billion. That represents about 28.81% up, which is good. Then you look at the PAT for the period. The PAT also moved from 89.73 billion to 151.08 billion. Yes, you can see that this is a good growth here, about 68%. But if you go back and look at the company results, holistically, you can see there was a other income that moved from around 14 billion to 149 billion. You can see the margin. That has also supported the bottom line of this company, of this bank or the holding company. For me, you need to consider, is that kind of figure going to come up again in this current financial year? You can see the improvement of that other incomes. Fine, it tells you that something happened that year. Recovery has improved. Yes, you can see it here, but this recovery has not translated into what? Into the payout of the what? Of the holding company. You can see the improvement from also the EPS. EPS moved from 2 naira 45 kobo to almost 4 naira 21 kobo, which is sweet. And this company has a good earnings now. But one thing again is that you don't forget that this is a regulated sector, a regulated institute, or let me put it sector. But I know that they are into other holding company. But for them not to pay out from almost 4 naira 21 kobo, you are paying 35 kobo. For me, it didn't make any sense. That is why you see the reaction has not been too favorable, have not been too impressive because of the payout. I had a lot of calls yesterday calling me, today sell off. I say, no, if you sell off because of the payout, that is not really what will move the price. It is the changing shareholding structure of this bank that was, because we are seeing people that are really vibrant in this market coming to that company to hold a block share in that company. For me, it's part of going to drive the price. It is not only the performance, but it's good that the bank performance is looking up, which is very good for me. But don't expect that the 35 kobo dividend will pay. You can see this is exactly what Fidelity paid, 35 kobo for that same financial year. It tells you that this payment is not attractive at all. If a bank that is selling below 5 naira can pay 35, below 4 naira can pay 35 kobo, and a bank that is selling almost 13 naira, 12 naira, paying the same thing, you can see, and every investor in the market is there to make what? To make what? Profit. You need a good dividend yield to always, so that you can stay ahead of inflation. But for me, it's not too attractive. Also, the profit margin also improved. Improved from about 15.7% to 19.95% for the current for 2021. Sorry. Then why the dividend payout remained flat, which I know investors are not pleasing with this payout. But one thing is that this for previous financial year. Let's look at what is what the Q1 number is looking at, because this is giving us an insight to what we should expect from the from the company, from the holding company. But if a company that has about 4 naira 21 kobo is still playing not at all, even when if you look at their performance in Q1, it's also impressive. If you kind of what we call make projection to the future with this number, if we're looking at, for example, let's start with this. Yeah, the top line for Q1 2022, impressive. Move from 136.58 billion to 180.56 billion. Very fine, fantastic. Representing about 32.2% up. Also in that direction, also PAT, which is bottom line, move also from 15.62 billion to 32. That is more than 100% growth in just a quarter. Powerfully, that is good. Also in the same direction, EPS moved from around 43 kobo to 90 kobo for the period. This 90 kobo tells you that if, for example, they are protesting for a whole year, let's see, that will give us around roughly 4 naira or 450, and this is almost the same thing they did in 2021. Are you expecting that to pay 1 naira? The paying strategy, and also don't forget that because it's also a regulated sector, the regulator has a kind of stipulated criteria for you to pay good dividend. If your capital adequacy, your non-performing loan ratio, they look at all those things before they allow you to pay good dividend out. I think I remember there was a year, most of the banks submitted their earnings final year, but when it comes from the approval from the regulator, they were adjusted down. Why some states go, they fly the way it went. But that tells that this criteria is possible that next year again or this current year, this bank didn't meet also that bank the what's called the regulators criteria, it might not pay good dividend. But it is just the momentum indicator, momentum investing by the shareholding structure, and also people taking advantage will sustain the price. Because if not, I'll tell you, with this result, the price would have been fly this hour, but because of the payout is not attractive, people are still watching to see where it's going. But on the strength of the number, I would say it's good. Also, the profit margin for the period also moved from around also 14 no percent to 17.97% for 17.97% for the Q1, which is also because any no profit margin you are seeing that is above 10 or 15 is a good one. You can see that is 17 for the first quarter 2022. It's a good one for the bank, but we have to be very careful. You can see how the movement of the stock is going now. But I think for me, investors should not panic. It's a good result that will give the banking, the holding company direction, but it depends what the market feel about it. So I tell you that it is forces of demand and supply. What is the market seeing? This I think that we also want to look at the right time and at the given time. Yes, we want to quickly go to the market to look at what is happening in the market. As we speak now, the state of the market is marginally in green. Market is trading at 53,000. As we speak now, 53,160.37 point. That's what we're seeing now. Why the gain for today is 26.43 point up. They represent about 0.05% in green. Fine, it's a good one, but if you look at the market bed, I'll tell you it's slightly negative, just slightly negative. We're seeing 11 gainers against 12 losers at this hour, and the top gainers as we speak are one. Livestock is among them leading the pack, followed by NEM. Also we're seeing the FBN holding among the top gainers, the top five. Mutual then followed by Jais Bank and the Multiverse. These are the ones that are topping the loser chart now. Then gainer chart, sorry. Then on the other side, we're having 12 losers and led by University Press, followed by Royal Exchange, Assurance, USCN, Guinness, and Fidelity Fidelity Bank. I will tell you this also profit taking activity. Like I said, that today will tell us, we want to know exactly if the rebound we saw the last 2 days is sustained. Yes, yesterday was seen that market agreed sign that it has set another new trend again, new uptrend, which is good. But today will be a confirmation, which is we are looking to see the end of the day. But at this hour, market is marginally in green, which is good. Then if you go to look at the top trade, which I tell you that it is this volume that add fuel to the market uptrend, even stock or the general market. But the top trade this morning, the same LBN holding, followed by Access Corp, Jais Bank, GT Code, and the UCAP. These are the stocks that are leading in terms of the top trade, which is good. And I see that UCAP is very attractive, selling at below 13 naira. I can see that people are taking advantage of that to make sure that they know, because we are seeing also what is going to impact positive on the banking sector. They're going to also impact on UCAP. UCAP being also a player in the market. You can see that the market has also been so what will I put it, robust or so good for January to date. We believe that it will continue despite the being pre-election year, uncertainty that comes with a pre-election year. But we're seeing that the market is defying all that because it's still looking up. We also expect that yes, the money back politics we're expecting the primaries to come. Once the primary come and we know the president candidate, the presidential candidate for each party, that also give confidence and people start playing around who is likely to win, who has a good policy. That will give direction immediately after the primaries, and that is coming before the end of this month. Today is already 27. That means between now and next week, we should know where you are going. But I believe that investors are really becoming more intelligent and also trading with kind of protecting their fund. Like I said earlier, that in this kind of environment where we're seeing hike in the interest rate, we need to go for those stocks that has the commodity back that also going to support going to support the company's performance. At the end of the day, a post good number. That is where we should be at this hour. For me, the market is still very strong. The market is trading above 53,000. For me, it's a good market and a strong market. But don't follow bad wagon. Invest with your what, with your goal, objective, and have your plan you are trading for traders. Once you trade your plan and you follow your entry and your exit strategy, I'm telling you, your winning side will be more than your losing side. Especially if you know the right sector position ahead of even the Q2 number. That's why if you have not registered the thing by next week, start making time on your calendar for that first Saturday in the month of July. Masterclass is also holding where we can position and kind of talk with those that came for the last one. I think they are also smiling to the bank with this uptrend we're seeing, and that's likely to continue in some companies that has what it takes to support their earnings. But price will always respond to what the positive number, and investors or investing public want to look at company that will grow their earnings and also grow their payout at the end of the day. That's you have to invest. Now today we're going to look at the for LBNH, what is happening there, Access Bank. Jais Bank is also coming back. We want to look at what is happening in UCAP. Then we'll look at the livestock again. It sustained that trend yesterday. Now, yes, we can look at Jais Bank. Let's watch what happened there. And these are the five we can look with time parameters because I think our time is fast spent. But let's look at this one live chart to see. This is the live market now. You can see for yourself. Let's call our T line, our indicators for this discussion this hour. Is very, very important. Let's take our list and also take our words, our money flow. You know it all. Take our words, moving average exponential. It's good for us. Let's change this one to what? To 8. As usual, 8. 8 is okay for us. That is what we use in Investdata. Yes, if you come here and look at the market as we speak now, market is trading above the T line. You can see it here yourself. You can see the market today now. Still trying to look at as we speak, market is still at that slightly up, 53,160.337 point as we speak. And market for me is looking good. If you look at the indicators here, there's a sign that indicators are moving in the direction of recovery. And also in Elliott wave, you can see that after the wave 3 extension, we are seeing a recovering, then we might also enter another wave 5 now, and that wave 5, wave 5 can give you a good long run, just like what we saw in wave 3. Wave 5 can, you can see little correction here. We're now entering another wave, and this wave tells you that investors are winning a lot of things, earnings, going especially in a matured market where they are reviewing their what their their GDP and all those stuff. Here we have seen our GDP, or like what I discussed on Monday about using the indicators like inflation, interest rate, and GDP to know exactly where the economy is and the sector that you should look at. That is what to do. I can see a good wave we are trying to form. If this wave is sustained, it might also go the way we've seen the wave today, running for this long after market has consolidated for this while. You can see it took the market a long time to consolidate and it also rallied up. You can remember that, okay, you can see here market consolidated at this point before this rally. The same thing here before this rally. You can see the market goes what in steps, it moves in step. Market cannot just go up straight now. We're going to of correction, slow down, gather momentum before. But you can see that MACD is giving a good confirmation here. You can see this histogram on a day chart, that this histogram that market is also looking in the direction. You can see that it's also tilting down to cross to the bridge. But only money flow is trying to look down, it's still looking down. But now it's below the 50 point, around 48. But a turn up here was, but let's see how the market will close today. That finally they tell us where the money flow is going. But then look at 1 hour chart on the market general before we go to our individual stock. Yes, you can see that the on 1 hour chart the market is very strong. You can see yourself that these all are trading on what above the T line. MACD is already bullish. You can see our money flow is trading up around the still looking up around the 39. For me, it's a good one. Once it cross 50 on the day on the hour chart, it's a good sign for the market. Quick one, then look at the FBNH. Let's look at this stock, that what is the technical saying about the stock at this hour. Is it a stock that technically is looking strong? We can look at, let's start from a 1 hour chart from the stock. 1 hour chart is saying that the stock is strong because it's trading above what the T line, and now you can see that it's bullish here. For me, you can see technicals are confirming, and the money flow is still looking up below 50, around 25 something is good. You can see a cross here. You can actually see it here. What you are seeing here is a bullish sign already. You can see the blue one crossing the red one up, and you can see that exactly when the candlestick this green crossed or the T line. You can see it here. You can see where as far as well for now this morning is still not looking up and sustained that yesterday and today trend. For me, it's a good one. We have seen also a signal here. This is what we call a bullish signal for MACD. Also, same money flow looking up on 1 hour chart. Quickly look at it at a day chart to see what it's saying on a day chart. On a day chart, the thing just trade above the T line, but now below, slightly below it, but it's still looking up on a day chart for the stock, but still bearish in the day chart. Money flow not looking up on the day chart, but 1 hour chart is telling that something is happening in this stock. That's why for those that said you might not see good dividend, but I think the momentum is still strong on this stock for the 1 hour chart, which also manifest on a day chart before the market. We can see that it's in green. It has gone up to even as high as almost getting to 12 before trading at this 11:41. You can see here, just keep your eyes on the stock and see. Let's quickly look at the access corp, access holding. Let's look at the access holding and what is happening there. Let's look at what is happening there too at this hour. Then for access, as we speak, on a 1 hour on a day chart, is is trading below the T line. You can see where the green line. Yet it went up, but it's still down here. You can see, went up green, but still in green. That's not really for me. Let's still watch stock and money flow on the day chart is also strong above 50 to be 70 something. It's good. We're seeing a good sign here, but let's look at the 1 hour chart because it gives us a good picture of what is happening. 1 hour chart is slightly below the T line, and you can see here struggling yet to cross to become bullish, but MACD is already on that trend. But money flow is looking down on a 1 hour chart. This is a missed signal on the momentum indicators, which also need to consider, but still trading below what the T line. For me, it's not doing badly around the 9 naira 80 kobo at this hour, Okay, so almost just 10 naira before. You can see, you can see here. This is for Access Bank. Let's quickly look at the UCAP and also look at our time. Still have time. Let's look at UCAP and what is happening in UCAP. UCAP, let's see UCAP at this hour. What is happening in UCAP? Go a long way. United Capital. On a 1 hour chart, United Capital is also looking good. You can see what MACD is almost confirming and a bullish sign, which is good. You can see it here almost crossing. Money flow is trying to curve up on a 1 hour chart, and as we speak, it's trading slightly, be above the T line. Here you can see for me it's a good one. You can see that it's forming almost green candlestick here. But let's see, wait and see. And see that tested almost a 13 posts today before coming down. Let's see, even at that, let's see. I'm also seeing a good volume on a 1 hour chart here. You can see it, let's see, and I see good momentum, good technicals for the stock on 1 hour chart. Let's look at the a day chart to see. A day chart is just money flow is just turning off, which is good, and MACD is still not bullish, still looking down. But we'll see that here on on the on the candlestick formation and the T line, it tested it, but still below it now. I can see the stock try to find direction. Once it cross this T line up, it's still a good time. But at the current price, if you want to take position, I will say go ahead and take position on the stock, because no, the stock is also looking struggling not to go below this level. 1290, 1295. Once see the stock starting an uptrend, break out this T line, it's a good one. But money flow, I feel that front is entering the stock. That means any moment from now, you see that stock going back to 13 and above 13, even make a new trend, uptrend, as we are looking to see their Q2 number in the month of July. This is for UCAP. Quick one, I want to look at what is happening in livestock. I said it, livestock has sustained a strong bullish trend yesterday and today. Let's look at what is happening in livestock as we speak now. Let's see what is happening in livestock. Livestock feeds. Yes, on a day chart, livestock is looking sweet, and you can see from here, if you look price stock in agriculture sector that is doing well now, but you can see that it has it's trading above the T line. It jumped up this morning. You can see that on a day chart, you can see it here this morning. I can see volume here in buy position. You can see money flow trying to turn up, and while MACD is becoming looking the wolf becoming bullish. You can see the histogram here is trickling down to crossover, and you can see the curve here. Once the call, that will confirm. But me, it's a good one. Now that he has crossed the T line, you want to take position ahead of their Q2 number, and also what we're expecting to happen in the industry as government continue to kind of intensify effort to make sure that we feed Nigerians and giving access to this sector to enjoy the what the digital interest, and other critical sector till March 2023. It's a good one. This will part of what we apart from the hike in rate, this sector might not be affected because they are having access to what cheaper fund again. This for me on a let's look at 1 hour chart for livestock to see what is the good one. On the 1 hour chart, you can see the strong gap up here above the T line. It's a good one. Bullish boom. This is very, very good. I can see this strong here, and money flow is still finding. Once it look up, it's like start trending here. But I know that this is 1 hour chart, but still a positive here. Candlestick is looking good. Above the T line. MACD is positive, and also not looking bad. Apart from that, it's low. Must be above 50 for us to consider. But since it's here, let's wait and see what happens at the end of the day. The next one there might be the last one for today. Let's look at what is happening in Jai's Bank. This bank has become president this period in terms of price is becoming more consistent in movement. I see something is happening in that bank. Let's see what is happening in Jai's Bank as we speak now. One of the low cap stock that is also making wave in the banking industry in performance and also in price. Let's see what is happening there. You can see here, sorry, Sorry, I just said something interesting. We're going back to our position. Let's look at what is happening in Jai's Bank. That's where we are. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Jai's Bank. Yeah. Yes, Jai's Bank. Let's bring the indicators we're using here. This will be the last for today. We'll quickly look at the setup so we can conclude what Jai's Bank and what to do with that position technically, and also looking at what you expect from the. Yes, the Jai's Bank on a day chart. Yes, you can see Jai's Bank now is looking down. No, buyers and sellers are struggling here to sell down. Buyers are pushing back, but they have not succeeded. You can see it here. Let's see what is happening. But it's trading below the T line on a day chart. Below the T line, and the MACD is not looking good. It's becoming more bearish. Looking at MACD, and money flow is flat on a day chart. Let's quickly look at the 1 hour chart for this position for this trade. On a 1 hour chart, it's still below the T line. From what I'm seeing here, you can see it here below the T line, and MACD is not friendly. And money flow is good. It's high around 83, but other indicators here are not really saying good thing about the stock on a 1 hour chart, but still below the T line. But I believe that market reaction, especially from next week. Let's see how the market head today after the reaction to the MPC, the outcome of MPC meeting where it was high from 11.50 to 13. All these are causing, but I believe that the banking sector will be the primary beneficiary from rate high. Stock like a UCAP, stock like the banking stock, and others that are financial, like stock like police microfinance, and all those others that are related to finance. I believe that it's going to impact them. But for those that has commodity back assets, commodity back stocks assets who are trading on the exchange, for me, there's no cause for alarm. The market is still strong. I will say on this note, thank you for your time today, and also like I said, start trying to book the time for the master class coming up on the first Saturday of July by God grace, and also the question and answer comes up tomorrow by 12 noon. For those that ask questions here, the one that asked after the class will have responded. For those that want to ask where others want to share, or want others to share, then feel free to join us tomorrow by 12 noon. At that 12 noon online through the Zoom, also now can participate and ask your question. Or I will say share the link whenever we send the link for this class, and also encourage them to also go and subscribe so that you get update. If you are not subscribed yourself, do the same so that you get updates on anything we post, from the analyst hangout, from the Q&A, from other market review, seminars and symposiums, anywhere event, and conferences. We share them on that platform so that you get access to them and let it posted on that channel. See you and enjoy the rest of your trading day. See you on Monday by God grace, and those that will be on the Q&A. See you tomorrow at noon. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your day.